Hey, North Texas, time for this week's TXA 21 Classic Drive-In movie, Escape from Alcatraz, starring Clint Eastwood. But first, meet the man who builds real-life movie cars out of his garage in Dallas.
Hi, I'm Videobob from bobspropshop.com, where we build some of the most iconic movie replicas of all time, like this DeLorean time machine. Back here is the '74 Dodge Monaco from the movie The Blues Brothers. And these old Cadillac hearses, well, those are going to be Ecto-1s from Ghostbuster.
And his creations are the stuff of movie magic. Each DeLorean time machine comes complete with a Mr. Fusion, time circuits, and of course, a flux capacitor.
It's a functional, real driving car. You can drive it around, you can pop in your favorite Huey Lewis cassette, and you can really believe that you're Marty McFly. I've got all the little props, like here's one of the hoverboards from the future. And when you're driving around and you're listening to the theme music and you're going 88 miles an hour, you really feel like you're in the film.
And what kind of reaction does he get when he drives around North Texas in one of these babies?
And when I take this thing out, people go crazy. They chase me down the street to take a picture. I've had them jump out of their car in an intersection and run over to me, try to open the door. I've had girls jump on the hood. I mean, it's the closest thing to being a celebrity that you can get is driving this car.
More from Videobob's garage in a bit, but now let's go back in time to 1979, where Clint Eastwood is about to escape from Alcatraz.
I'm Videobob and I build DeLorean time machines. And you're watching the TXA 21 Classic Drive-In Theater.
Videobob Mosley has one of the most unique jobs in the world. He builds movie car replicas out of his garage in Dallas, mainly the DeLorean time machine from Back to the Future.
Well, just like in the movie, first you turn the time circuits on. Oh, we're out of plutonium, sorry.
Okay, so plutonium's a little hard to find, but where does he get all the parts to build this movie icon?
So many of the parts on the time machine are vintage aircraft parts. These things go to like a Bell helicopter, and these old tanks come off of a 50s airplane. Of course, you have the Mr. Fusion. If you have any banana peels handy, we can pop those in. What's funny about the Mr. Fusion is it's actually a Krupp's coffee grinder. You might have found one of these at a department store in the early 80s. And they found a lot of cool off-the-shelf parts like this that they built the car. And reverse engineering and finding all these parts that are now 25, 30, or 40 years old has been the challenge. I've spent 8 years sourcing all of these parts in order to build these cars.
But time machines aren't the only thing Videobob builds. Later, another movie star car is reborn.
It's 106 miles to Chicago. Hit it.
Stick around for more of the TXA 21 Classic Drive-In movie.
Escape from Alcatraz was shot in 1979, but the following year in 1980 was one of the greatest musicals of all time, The Blues Brothers. I'm here with a 1974 Dodge Monaco, just like the one in The Blues Brothers.
Videobob builds famous movie cars in his Dallas garage. One of them is Jake and Elwood's Bluesmobile. But it's the little thing that gets Bob's attention.
One of the things I love about these kind of replicas is, sure, you can get the paint job right and all the big stuff, but it's the little things that matter to me. Like the vintage cigarettes and beer can, even the little business cards that were seen in the movie. I try to replicate even the smallest details, and those little things are what the fans appreciate the most. It's 106 miles to Chicago. We got a full tank of gas, half a pack of cigarettes. It's bright, and we're wearing sunglasses. Hit it.
The only thing Bob enjoys more than building a cool car is movie trivia. See if you remember this little tidbit.
In this week's movie, Escape from Alcatraz, Clint Eastwood plays a prisoner, but he usually plays a cowboy. Matter of fact, in Back to the Future 3, Marty McFly took on the name Clint Eastwood because he's the ultimate cowboy. Let's get back to 1979 and find out if Clint Eastwood can really escape from Alcatraz.
Stick around for more of the TXA 21 Classic Drive-In movie. Hey, North Texas, thanks for watching this week's TXA 21 Classic Drive-In movie. But before we go, let's pay one more visit to Videobob's movie car garage. Bob builds cool replicas here at his shop in Dallas. His most popular is the DeLorean time machine from Back to the Future movies. But it's not the only star car he builds.
Over here we have two Knight Rider projects. This is an old Trans Am that's about to be converted, and this one is midway through. It's getting ready for paint and body work. And this will be the Knight Industries 2000 KITT from Knight Rider. This car is really special. This is the actual screen-used car from the movie Knight Rider 2000 with David Hasselhoff that came out in the 90s. In the movie, the car was red. They sold it to Power Rangers. Power Rangers sold it to another show called Black Scorpion. They painted it black and white, made it a future police car. I'm now going to convert it back to the way it was from the studio, red, to be the future Knight Rider, the United Industries 4000 KITT. In the film Ghostbusters, the Ecto-1 was a 1959 Cadillac hearse. Couldn't find a 59, but I did find a 1960. I found two of them. It's sort of a before and after. This one was left out in the desert for 30 years, and this one was kept in the garage. So I think I'm going to start with this one. It'll be a little easier.
Want to see more? Stop by bobspropshop.com to see a live streaming webcam of his shop. And thanks for joining us for the TXA 21 Classic Drive-In Movie. See you next week.